So this guy is experimenting on patients without their consent. I feel like there can only be one answer to this. You
Why
have
not
my
take
support.
a break?
No.
Let's just think about the era, though. This is the era where people did this kind of shady stuff, and you had to allow it, or else we wouldn't have the medicine that we have today. So are we going to impede medical advancements for the sake of, I don't know, morals?
No sense of any kind of morals or ethics.
I say this as a vampire doctor.
Right, exactly. It's very unethical to experiment on people without their consent. Very unethical. Listen to my words. Very unethical. You are falling asleep.
Well, he's not that interested in...
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment.
Well, okay, so there's the guy with the arm that they need to decide whether to cut off or keep. Did we ever resolve that? Because that's a whole plot line.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, this guy, Harvey
What
Fittick.
would happen if they cut it off?
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point? Fair question.
What if we cut it off? We just kind of like, I don't know, stuck a rock there, just like a big old rock shaped like an arm.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You
Tried
must
replacing
know
this patient's liver with a big old beefsteak, a hearty beefsteak.
But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings.
And now he's ragging on the fact that Dr. Aykroyd, like, has bad bedside manner as the guy who's performing, like, experiments on patients.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis
Dr.
was
Aykroyd's got to
compromised
think
because
of his
Mr. Fiddick
future
lied to us about
vodka
the
endeavors.
origin of his injury.
Exactly. How is he gonna bring the Crystal Skull brand and therefore the Crystal Skull truth to the masses?
Putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
I would like to point out that the bit about medical knowledge being carried out in unethical ways is not really that true. I mean, there were some elements of it, but like, you know,
There were definitely
notions
some
like,
elements of
oh,
that.
we owe a bunch of our modern medical knowledge to like Nazi experiments in World War II is complete bullshit. None of their data.
I didn't say that.
No, I know, but like that's one of those things that kind of leads from that sentiment, like you know, the idea that, oh, we gotta perform unethical medical stuff and we can use it even though, you know, it was done in a horrible way. And it's like, well, okay, but like when it came to the Nazis, they were actually horrible scientists. They learned nothing that was particularly useful, largely because they didn't do, you know, scientific safeguards like double-blind stuff and, you know, oftentimes they didn't even really have a cohesive hypothesis at all.
I'm sure you guys know this, but like if you like study psych history, there are like a lot of the experiments you'll learn about in like an intro psych class like the one I took are just like 100% unethical.
Well, yeah. But I mean, also a lot of those have since been re-examined. Like the thing with the Stanford prison experiment is that like actually there was a whole lot of fucking research tampering going on because the people involved were like directly involving themselves in the experiment and, you know, encouraging people to act in what would otherwise be unethical ways. You know,
Has Dan Aykroyd dropped the whole, like... Because, like, he does still have the Crystal Skull vodka thing going, I think. But I haven't read as much about him just, like, proselytizing about aliens lately.
Well, the thing is that everything with aliens is kind of on the brink right now. So I think people are just kind of waiting and seeing.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to say anything too crazy because it might turn out to be true.
Well, I mean, the thing about alien studies is that ufologists get really annoyed when celebrities start getting involved and other UFO people just because, like, they don't know what they're talking about.
I'm
Right.
better than one might expect.
And they're just, like, making a show of the very serious study of ufology.
In the hospital.
It's like, why? So, like, Tom DeLonge, like, released all that information about the UFOs, and everyone's kind of annoyed by that because that's what people have been saying for years, but everyone just believes Tom DeLonge because he's in a band.
I feel a hidden menace. No, that's not the right word. Perhaps
Apparently,
phantom
Aykroyd-
menace.
Aykroyd claimed
What the hell was that?
Lady Ashbury.
Aykroyd hosted a show called Sci Factor.
Something cruel and wicked.
Is that was he the host?
mean, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's a Canadian science fiction drama television series. Are you aware of this, Alex?
The guilty parties, then who? I saw the
Oh, I do not have Canadian cable.
Your rebirth.
Oh.
Any cable at all.
Jonathan. Be extreme.
It aired in 1996 to 2000. It presents like dramatic stories inspired by the paranormal investigations of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research.
Especially whilst streets.
I think like
I discovered
the idea is that like, oh, it's entertainment, but like it's based on nuggets of truth.
and a man who
This looks like a fascinating. This is like a beyond belief fact or fiction show. I'd be fascinated to watch this.
Peculiar name.
I have visited Dan Aykroyd's winery. Slash distillery. I think it's like a double sort of like estate.
existence like us.
And I remember that.
They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the
That's
flesh
interesting.
of the dead.
He wasn't there.
Please, Jonathan.
Well, yeah. Anything noteworthy about the winery?
Goodbye.
It's located kind of where all the other wineries are located in southern Ontario and the Niagara on the Lake region.
Where's the button?
So, I mean, it's nothing
Anemia.
spectacular compared to anything else you can find there.
Right.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dan
Still trying
Aykroyd
to
was
save
once
lives.
engaged to Carrie Fisher.
Do you need any
What?
I'm afraid.
That is a
Apparently.
wild combo.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Milton.
I am learning so much about Dan Aykroyd tonight.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
He's an interesting fellow.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Yes, indeed. But don't worry.
I was always more of an Egon guy.
I have no
Egon,
doubt
yeah.
that you are still
One of the
ill
better
all the same.
Ghostbusters, really, when you get right
Take this medicine.
in terms of actually like knowing what he's doing. But
To be honest, I just did not.
I mean, Ray knew what he was doing. He just, was friendly. He was the cute puppy dog of the team. It was Venkman that didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Venkman was probably the least qualified member of the team. Clay Cox is still like he's pretty up there in terms of like best name in this game.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be.
Well, don't mesmerize her. I like her. Just give her the medicine and leave her be.
New plan: eat all the NPCs that Chris likes.
No.
Until the day science finally admits failure, please accept this little contribution.
Thank you, Doctor.
That's a wild vampire run. Eat only the good NPCs.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark. To your
She had a thing where she was being spied upon by people who probably weren't actually spying on her. Where is that investigation? Well, we're here. Find out who's spying on Thelma. Where it is... Oh, okay, it's over here. So let's back out where we were. Oh, there's something in here.
I see we have gained checks notes 300 XP. You know what? I need You can't do that with a voice. I need, like, papers to rustle.
It's locked, all right.
I don't have any papers nearby.
Well, you
Good
know.
evening, Dr. E.
Yay, opium.
Have we met before?
Have we met before? I don't think so.
He was in the war, remember? We had these conversations.
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body.
So how many nights ago was
You
that?
must be very relieved now.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
So where's the damn map? Okay, so it's over here. All right. Is there a place we can pop up to? There's P there. Ah, there are people in there. All right, how do we get in there?
In
Must be
vampire
a way.
ways, I would guess.
Oh. We could go in the back door.
Yeah, that's how vampires enter buildings. Just by walking around to the side of the building.
I feel like Ernie Hudson deserved a more prolific career.
Yeah?
Don't come closer, sir.
He was a charismatic actor.
Easy does it, boys.
He's the best part of well, second best part of Congo behind, you know what?
Tim Curry.
That guy just fell
Yeah.
over. Three days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech. Then report directly back to us, and we will determine what action should be taken. So, she is being spied upon.
She's not paranoid if they're out to get her.
Well, now they're dead. We have murdered them.
I do like that we walked into here and just literally exploded a guy. It kind of gives credence to the idea that maybe they're onto something about not letting vampires just walk around. Like, there wasn't even a fight. We just literally walked in there, snapped our fingers like Thanos, and the guy exploded. And the explosion was so forceful, it killed the other guy.
There's the staircase.
Every time we see Beatrice, I think that her like floral hat is a bobby hat.
Oh, you got me thinking
How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
about doing my Cockney accent again.
Vibrant blood.
Ooh, you've been considering it? Been weighing the possibilities?
Well, we've been a little lax on that. We committed to it every week, and I think it's been a week or two. So I did something weird
Yeah, we
last
have to
week that I
check
don't
it.
even remember.
What do you really know?
Yeah, like the Wii Fit is telling us that it's been a while since we've done our Cockney exercises.
I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal.
Does the Wii Fit have nagging stuff?
And then I knew I was.
Oh, it
You
sure
mean
does.
You actually saw a vampire. Here.
How did, like, my wife's
And it has been
smartwatch
answered
bugs
to
her
my
when she's
care.
not been walking
I
around
must
enough.
drink and
But, like,
kill
she's always got her
until I
smartwatch
can
on her.
identify
How does the Wii Fit
I'm
nag
a
you?
vampire too.
When you log in, you can set an alarm, like a schedule, workout scheduler. But, like, it's, like, not super in your face.
What is Cotard?
Are you trying to get out of the accent?
What? No, hold on. Wait, what is Josh saying?
I said, what is Cotard syndrome anyway?
It's the thing where you believe that you have, where basically you're alienated from your
Oh,
own body,
okay,
and you
right.
believe that you're a corpse that's animated.
So,
It's a real thing.
do we play into her delusion or not? Because it seems like the only one that's
I-
actually going to get her to follow us is like, you could be in danger. Then we show her the note. And, oh yes.
I feel like that's a good choice.
Okay.
I've appealed to Twitter to give us something, to give Chris something to say in a Cockney accent, so we'll see if they turn that up before the episode's done recording.
The truth. Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
I also almost typed Cockney accident instead of Cockney accent, and really, that would be more factually
Why do you
correct.
feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I learned another accent trick.
Oh.
I think we have a bond of
So, if you want to learn an Australian accent, the best way to do it is to practice saying Jennifer Lopez.
Do you plan to make him
Jennifer.
What?
No, is that New Zealand? Or like that's actually more South African. What the fuck?
I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Should I do?
You and Mr. Elwood are romantic.
I'm torn between going for it and knowing that it would be horrible, and not going for it.
Yeah, and you have to figure if it's like a trap at, like, you know, in the first place, or maybe it's a real strategy.
Yeah, this could just be like, for all I know, saying Jennifer Lopez in a bad, like, Australian accent is actually like how you speak the true name of a devil or something.
Oh, we need to go to the command.
Or it just like
post.
sounds like Seymour Butch.
All right, so let's go. Oh wait, there's one person we haven't given a fatigue treatment. Well, maybe we gave it to somebody else.
So, does anyone else do an obnoxious fake Norse accent when playing Skyrim?
No.
Ooh. No, but I really want to hear that now. I mean, that's non-specific, right? You can't really offend anybody with a fake, like, Nord accent.
I feel like you easily could, first of all.
Well, what are they gonna do? Go get free healthcare about it? Also, like, I've never gotten a straight answer on this. Like, is the Nord accent in Skyrim anything?
Is it anything? It's an accent.
I know, but like, what were the actors going for? Did they
A lot
have
of them
something in
sound
mind?
vaguely like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Austrian. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Like, kind of, like, rural, like, Germanic.
No.
I cannot enter.
Oh, okay. The door is now open.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Like, if you just went up to the guy who did, like, Jarl Balgruf or whatever, and you're like, alright, just, like, gun to your head, what were you going for? Like, what province? What region of accent was that? I think they would probably say, like, barbarian movie.
What's the adjective version of being from Skyrim?
Scrimshaw. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because, like, there's the
I mean,
race
isn't-
of the Nords, right? But, like, that's not the same thing as, like, I found this
Right.
cup and it is a Skyrim cup. You know, how do you
It might be-
describe the culture
I mean,
or
the
the geography?
demonym might just be, like, Nordish. Like, Nordic.
I mean, there's... You can find, like, ancient Nord labeled stuff, right, in the game, so that's probably what it is.
So, are you saying that any of the pathfinding in that game is really a collection of Nordic tracks?
Yes, exactly.
You know what the saddest thing is? I guarantee you about a third of our audience has no idea what the fucking Nordic track is, because we are old.
Ooh, this gives a lot.
Like, I assume they
as
still
far as
sell
I can
them.
tell, no one on the internet knows the demonym for anywhere in the Elder Scrolls series. Like, somebody's like, how do you say someone from Cyrodiil? I guess Cyrodiilic is fine, but like a Cyrodiilic person, but like how do you say Like, do you say a Cyrodiilian?
How do you do elsewhere? Also,
Else
just the
who?
phrase "hammerfallen" is kind of a great word.
Okay, apparently people
Please,
from
it's
Cyrodiil are Cyrodiils. Hammerfellows.
Please tell me you're making that up.
No, I was making that up. It's just
Okay, good.
just me and the Hammerfellows opening up a cold one.